Welcome back to the Sports Show. Woody and Les and everyone else. More Broncos. Owen Daniels came on our show yesterday and talked about Peyton Manning's arm strength. He said he was a bit surprised at how strong Peyton looked. And then Demaryius Thomas talked with some reporters yesterday, and take a look at what he said about Peyton's arm strength. I don't know if you all are going to believe what I say, but I think there's a little more zip on it. I don't know how he can do that. He's referring to his age, how he can do it at his age, but you can notice it. He threw a couple of posts, meaning post patterns, probably 50 to 60 yards, and I'm like, whoa, it's making me excited. Yet people all over the nation, people in this city, still talk about Peyton Manning's lack of arm strength. Is that just a thing now? Is that just the thing to say about Peyton because he's 39 and he had a bad last 3 or 4 games? Or what do we believe here?
Well, I think the people around the nation and the people in Denver probably caught more passes in practice than Demaryius Thomas have this year. That's what I think. I don't know that I pay a lot of attention to DT right now.
Why?
Guys should get in shape. He's not in shape.
He's out there catching his passes.
Oh, well, yeah.
He's not participating in the full 2 hours, but he is catching Peyton's passes. You know, and Owen Daniels
get
is
yourself
catching his
together
passes.
before you start talking about other people. That's what I would say about Demaryius Thomas. In regard to, I made a remark on national TV today that I think Peyton Manning could be comeback player of the year. That got me kicked off a television show that appears on the ESPN network. So I probably should keep my mouth shut too.
Well, here's something you need to consider when you hear stuff like that. It's only training camp. It's the beginning of the season. Peyton hasn't taken any hits. He's coming off, he's fresh, coming off a nice 3, 4, 5 months off. He has gotten healthier. One of the things that held him back last year was the thigh injury. It's hard to throw when you don't have your lower body. Anybody in any sport knows that. When you don't have your legs, when you don't have your hips, when you don't have your quads and calves working correctly, it's hard to get any mustard on anything. It's hard to hit the ball. You lose a lot of power from your waist on down if you're not healthy down there. So, you know, let's see if this is maintained throughout the season. It's one of the reasons they're resting him. Peyton needs to survive a full season, and hopefully he'll be strong at the end of the season as well. But I'm out there every day, and I can see it as well. Peyton's throwing a real good ball right now. It's early, but he is throwing a good ball right now.
Demaryius Thomas said he's throwing with zip on the ball as he does at this time every year. So you have to take that into consideration.
Right.
That you're absolutely right that is it going to carry into 16 games? Gary Kubiak's trying to rest him. He is trying to limit the number of plays he throws in training camp and probably in the exhibition games, but he's never played much except in the third exhibition anyway. So I don't think we'll see much of him over the next 4 weeks when they go to Seattle and the other places. Yeah, it's a matter of whether he can still do it at the end of the season, but he's in better shape this year than I've seen him since he's been here.
Yeah, he's as thin as he's looked in 4 years.
Sinewy. Is that sinewy?
Sinewy?
Sinewy.
Sure, that works. S-I-N-E-W-Y.
He's sinewy, I think. His neck looks sinewy. I think he's, based on everything I've been told by people around there, he's in better shape. He's not, he wouldn't like this, but he's not a great athlete. He is a great quarterback.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put him in the marathon at the Olympics. You wouldn't put him up against LeBron James as an athletic guy.
I'd take him on a golf course.
Sure.
So would you.
Well, yeah, golf is yeah. Golf
Look,
and football.
For those people who are writing off Peyton Manning, I'm with you. I think he can be. Well, how do you can you be a comeback player of the year after you've thrown for 4,500 yards?
That's why they were laughing at me.
I think he's in for another fabulous season.
But wouldn't he be? He was the MVP of the first half of the year last year, or a legitimate candidate for it.
Yeah.
In the last half of the year, he was a candidate for being an awful player, or very mediocre. I think he could come back. Oddly enough, 3 years ago, there was a big discussion about Adrian Peterson for MVP, Adrian Peterson for comeback player of the year after his ACL, if you remember. Peyton Manning coming back from his injuries. Peyton got MVP. No, Adrian Peterson got MVP. Peyton got comeback player of the year.
Yep.
Could it happen again this year for both of them, that they would be in the running, Adrian Peterson, because of what happened to him last year, and Peyton Manning down the stretch? I think it'd be interesting.
I think they're both going to have fabulous seasons.